One of the most dangerous paramilitary organizations in the world, Los Zetas, goes to a ranch and gives a 77-year-old man a 24-hour deadline to leave everything he built in his life. They thought it would be an easy job, but they made a fatal mistake. This is the story of a man who chose to stand his ground and defend his honor rather than live on his knees. His name is Alejo Garza Tamez. To understand the events of that night, it is necessary to understand the broader context in which they took place. The Mexican drug cartel did not arise suddenly. For decades, it developed in the shadows, while criminal organizations became more powerful and better organized. In the late 90s, as Colombian cartels weakened, Mexican criminal organizations took control over key routes. In 2006, President Felipe Calderón launched an extensive military operation against the cartels. Thousands of soldiers were deployed across the country with the support of special units, armored vehicles, and helicopters. However, instead of the collapse of criminal structures, their fragmentation occurred. Smaller but more aggressive factions began operating independently, often with a much higher degree of violence. One of the most affected regions was the state of Tamaulipas. Just during 2010, more than 1,200 murders were recorded. Due to its geographical location along the border with the United States of America, Tamaulipas had exceptional strategic importance. Control over that territory meant control over key routes for smuggling drugs, money, and people. In such an environment, the Los Zetas organization solidified its influence and became one of the most violent actors in the entire conflict. Los Zetas were not ordinary criminals. They were something Mexico had never seen before. Soldiers who became highly trained operatives for hire. In the late 90s, the powerful boss of the Gulf Cartel, Ociel Cardenas Guillen, realized that he needed professional security, not street boys, but real soldiers. He hired Arturo Guzman de Sena, who had previously been a soldier in the Mexican Special Forces. De Sena fled from the army and deserted. He was very well trained. He even trained in America at a military base where the best soldiers were trained. De Sena recruited 31 more colleagues. He offered them what the army could not: money, power, and freedom. These men knew how to read maps, operate heavy weaponry, communicate in combat conditions, and conduct urban warfare. They were trained with public money to defend Mexico, and then they became its threat. What made Los Zetas particularly terrifying was their philosophy, imported directly from military manuals for psychological warfare. If you scare the enemy enough, you can defeat them without a fight. They utilized extreme methods of public intimidation, broadcasted graphic warnings online, and carried out open displays of force, seizing properties, ranches, and businesses. They operated without any mercy and became a deeply destructive force in society. Los Zetas fell out with the cartel they previously worked for and started a war against them. It was no longer a hidden conflict. Fights happened openly on the streets. People shot at each other in the middle of the city. They used military gear like in a real war, while ordinary people were in danger every day. In that chaos, Los Zetas began taking over ranches. They needed bases, observation posts, and safe houses. And then, they arrived at the San Jose ranch owned by Alejo Garza Tamez. Don Alejo was born in Allende. He grew up working. His family owned a sawmill, and from childhood he traveled across northern Mexico, learning the trade and respecting manual labor. He was a businessman, rancher, hunter, and founder of local hunting clubs, a man whose word was considered a contract. The San Jose Ranch, located about 15 kilometers from Ciudad Victoria, was bought together with his brother. For him, it was not just a piece of land. It was proof of decades of honest work, a symbol of family honor. He was 77 years old when they found him. Saturday, November 13th, 2010. A convoy of Los Zetas vehicles enters the property. A short message: "You have 24 hours. Leave the ranch or we will remove you." Don Alejo listened calmly, and then when they left, he started working. The first thing he did was call all his workers. He told them to take days off and not to return to work tomorrow. He did not offer explanations. He just wanted no innocent person to get hurt in what was to follow. Then he began to prepare. He distributed hunting rifles and boxes of ammunition to every window and every door of the main house. The plan was simple and ingenious at the same time. He would move from room to room, shooting from different weapons through different windows, so the attackers would think they were facing a group of defenders, not one old man. He spent the night cleaning his weapons because he knew what was waiting for him at dawn. And according to everything we know about him, he was not afraid. He was a hunter who was waiting for his prey, only this time, the prey was coming to him. Sunday, November 14th, around 4 a.m., the convoy returns consisting of 3 to 4 vehicles. About 20 armed members of the criminal organization Los Zetas. They thought the old man had fled, and they fired a volley as a sign that they were taking over the property. The response came immediately from inside the house. Don Alejo opened fire immediately. 2 attackers fell before they even realized what was happening. Los Zetas were used to everyone fearing them and to taking from people without resistance what they had honestly earned. They were annoyed and in disbelief because already at the beginning, 2 of their men had perished. So they retreated to their vehicles and opened heavy fire. The house was riddled with bullets, and the walls crumbled and fell apart under the onslaught of bullets. Yet, Don Alejo did not stop. He moved through the space, changed his position, returned fire, and disappeared back into cover, as if he were always one step ahead of them. Every movement of his was fast, decisive, and without fear. The battle lasted nearly 4 hours, long, exhausting, and merciless, as the gunshots echoed without pause. When they realized that one man was holding them back, the attackers from the group, frustrated and humiliated, resorted to heavy weaponry. First hand grenades, and according to some reports, grenade launchers. And in despair, they literally tried to tear the whole house down on him. At one moment, 2 of them broke inside. He was waiting for them in the bathroom with a shotgun next to the door. So as soon as they entered, he resolutely and without hesitation eliminated them both to protect his life. By the end of the conflict, Don Alejo managed to neutralize 4 attackers and wound at least 2 more. After which, the rest of the group, in panic due to the imminent arrival of Mexican Marines, fled the scene. After a few hours, the Mexican Marines arrived and found the house riddled with more than 1,000 bullets. Our lifeless bodies of the attackers, 2 wounded inside the house, and in the bathroom, Alejo Garza Tamez, with his weapon still pointed towards the door. After this event, the news spread with lightning speed. In a Mexico that in 2010 was overwhelmed by severe cartel violence, lawlessness, and stories of helplessness, Don Alejo offered something rare: dignity, resistance, and victory over fear. Many analysts said what is not easy to hear. Don Alejo is a hero whom Mexico should not have needed because he had to do it alone, since the state was not there. Tamaulipas, whose governors were under investigation due to ties with cartels, left an old man to face 20 heavily armed men from the Los Zetas group alone. But Don Alejo only asked for the right to defend what was rightfully his. The San Jose ranch still stands today. The walls are full of bullet holes. But the cartel did not take it that night. Don Alejo showed that honor is more important than life.